It's definitely got enough spunk to put you on your bottom. Whoa. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another one. If you don't know me, my name is Bicasso, and today we're going to be riding the Indian Scout 60. Oh, this is going to be interesting. This one's actually set up for the reduced reach for anyone 5'6" and under. Positions rider approximately 2 inches forward than stock. It's an $80 option with a $170 foot control option. Reduced seat, $200. You're looking at $600 to make this more for a smaller person. We're sitting at 78 horsepower with 65 foot-pounds of torque. In comparison, the Scout Bobber has 100 horsepower and 72 foot-pounds of torque. Gonna see what this does. Start her up, key down here on the left-hand side. Whoa, roll back. Quiet little rumble. Nice clutch pull. Oh, kickstand still down. Okay. Oh, this is going to be interesting. These are like mini ape hangers almost. Like, it's crazy. Let's play with the clutch travel. Sweet, he let me go first. Oh, this feels so weird. Alright, yeah, this is gonna be a weird ride. I'm sitting very. It's like a Yamaha Virago. That's what this feels like. Oh wow, wait a minute, this bike's gonna have some spunk here. Oh, wait a minute. Just gotta give us the okay. Scrape the peg. Alright. Okay. Alright now. Yeah, we got spunk here, people. But yes, the Indian Scout 60. Previously I rode the Scout Bobber, so go ahead and check that video out if you haven't. Link is in the description. Give us some love. There we go. Like I said earlier, this bike is set up for a person 5'6" and under. I am 5'10", 5'11", so of course this setup is not for me. However, I'm on it and I actually am very comfortable, so don't get it twisted. Now, how does it ride? It's smooth! What did you expect? And it has spunk. I can feel those 78 horses and 65 foot-pounds like it ain't nothing. Whoa, where's foot brake? Okay, I wasn't used to that. Foot brake was not in the spot that I thought it was. Now, as you have on every single motorcycle, you got your standard things. You got your high beam, your signals, your horn, your kill switch, and you got your starter button over here. On the gauge cluster, you got your nice little Roadmaster style gauge cluster right there with the gear indicator to let you know what gear you're in right there with those dots. You'll see it change here when I do change gears. You have an RPM gauge, and yeah, that's about it. This bike isn't going to have all the bells and whistles because that's not what it's about. This is I wouldn't say necessarily an entry-level bike. It feels like one, but with the I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily call it an entry-level, but it's kind of mid-level. But it's definitely got enough spunk to put you on your bottom. Whoa, shoot! I was trying to start with you. I didn't want to run past him. Well, at least you got a chance to test out the ABS. It does have ABS, so there's that. So if you were wondering if the ABS works, yes, it does work. But moving on, the overall feel of this engine is very good. It soaks up bumps very well. The power delivery is very smooth, but it has spunk coming off the line. It definitely has some spunk. But I'm riding up these bumps now, and it's not like a sofa, like a Chieftain or a full-out dresser, but it soaks up bumps pretty well for what it's worth. The downshifts are butter. I would love to hear this with an exhaust though. It's very whiny. You can kind of hear you hear more transmission and induction noise than you do the exhaust. Because I guess the exhaust kind of sticks back very far, so you kind of get a little piece of it. But it sounds good though. It's just for me, I don't get enough of it, But comparing this to something like maybe, I would say the Ducati Scrambler maybe? Kind of. I wouldn't necessarily compare it to the Bobber because, there are different sits and different amounts of power, but if I can compare this to something, it would be probably something like the entry-level Ducati Scrambler. And I really like that bike. It didn't have any power modes or anything. It was just cut and dry, like good city bike, good entry-level bike, mid-level bike if you get the one with a little bit more power. And I think the Ducati was an 800cc. I want to say this is about a 1200. So you do get possibly more power, but the Ducati, of course, they're centered around power, so there's no slouch. But I do feel like this bike possibly brings in more wind, surprisingly, than the Bobber did. And it didn't have anything up top really, but the mirrors on the sides. But let's see, yeah, see that roll on right there? I got power on that roll on. Feels very good. Like I said, it's not too much, but for this engine and this frame, it's enough to get your feet wet. That's what I always say. It's enough to get your feet wet. It's not too much, but it's very fulfilling for what you're getting. It's like Indian said, okay, we're gonna give him this bike, but we're not gonna skimp on the power because we can easily throw that in there. Just tune the bike differently and throw that in there. Now this bike with cams, or maybe like different air filters or an exhaust, it would probably really make this thing into a monster. I've never ridden a Harley, what is it? Is it the Dyna? The Dyna line or the Sportster line, but you can probably compare this to an entry-level Sportster. But Indian did a good job on this one. I don't really have too many dislikes, but like I said, I can't be too negative on it because again, this entire handlebar foot peg seat setup wasn't designed for my height. So this technically is not how the bike comes from the factory. However, despite that, it's very comfortable for my size and also, yeah, my size. Yeah, there we go. Yep. It's definitely got a nice little note to it. This is like here. Yeah, that sounds really good. Like I said, it's very satisfying. It's not too much. It's like when they make you a sandwich, right? Somebody's like, how much mayo do you want? He's like, hey, just do your thing. And somebody with too much, they just like get the whole, just fill a butter knife up with it twice. It's like, and they don't like smear it the right way. But then somebody that's like, okay, I'm gonna give them just enough what they need. They smear it on there, and they level it out so the mayonnaise is flat. So you get just enough, but enough where you can taste it. I don't know why I said that analogy, but it just came to mind. But you get my point. Indian did a really good job on this one. Yeah, I would love to feel this with cams, or dude, a supercharger. A supercharger. That would be insane. I don't even want to think about that. I really don't. I just don't. That would just be absurd. Okay, I think we're gonna make a turn up here. I'm gonna give you guys a nice little roll on. Oh, we probably can't because this pilot, oh, run it, damn it. Don't run it, that's bad. So this almost sounds like machine, like robot-like. It doesn't sound like a muscle sound. These mini ape hangers. See, it's like, see how it picks up? It definitely, it picks up with you. Like, it gives you that power. That front end likes to, not necessarily lift up off the ground, but it likes to move up. See what? It brings it lightens the suspension just a tad. Just enough for you to know that, hey, you're asking for power. I'm going to give it to you. It's got a little bit of drama, not too much drama, but what I would do though, I'm not too fond of these mirrors. I think if you put the mirrors down below, off the bar ends maybe, or maybe if you even put bar ends out maybe. I don't know what these handlebars per se, but I think it would probably look a lot better. I definitely recommend this to somebody. It's a good bike. This bike's going for 10 out the door, I think, in this trim. No, I think this trim is about 10.5 maybe. And we got the ABS, so this one's 999. 999, 9999. Okay, 99999. 10 grand. So with these changes that they put on this one, he scraped the peg. That's what I didn't do on this one because it sits so high. I want to say this is probably about 10.5. So it's not too bad of a package. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, I like this. I like this. Now, I wouldn't necessarily buy one, and I'm not gonna say here's why, but the biggest reason why I wouldn't buy one is simply because I don't feel like this one's for me. At least not this setup. I really fell in love with the Scout Bobber. So, yeah. But, whoa, that peg did not go back out. Okay. Make sure I don't do that again. All right, let's see here. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, it feels really good. It's like it jumps. Engine braking on this is very nice. It's not too crazy. It's like... Yes, 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 yes. Very nice, very nice. I can see myself or somebody, you know, hopping on this and riding to a bike meet or riding to the neighborhood motorcycle bar or riding this to the lake with somebody on the back, and or riding a very nice road in the spring or the fall when the leaves are just turning colors, when they're just coming back out. and just like nothing here. You just see just the road and just taking it all in, because you're not looking to go fast on this bike, you know. You just look good and you just enjoy the ride. And I just love these kind of bikes now. I didn't appreciate them at first, but I really do. I really appreciate the design and the thought that goes into certain little things, like why tachometers and stuff like that are so minimal now, and they try to keep it where you don't see a lot up top, just like on the Harley Breakout that I test drove and the Fat Bob. They kept it so minimal because they want you to they want you to look forward and take everything in and not get too caught up in electronics, you know. And that's the whole point, and that's kind of the point with this one. But Indian has been doing really good with their bikes. They have me definitely interested in seeing whatever they have going forward, because they're doing a really good job. They're doing a really good job. I actually don't miss Victory now. And I don't want to catch any flack for it, but Polaris ended Victory, but they took all of that Victory, what made Victory Victory, the good things about Victory, and they put it into the Indians. And that's how we're getting not the Victory Octane, but the Indian Scout, and the Indian Scout Bobber, and Indian Scout 60, and the Chieftain instead of the Magnum, and the Roadmaster instead of the Cross Country or the Magnum X1, like, or the Victory Vision and all of those. You're getting all of that DNA into these bikes now, and they're just crushing it. They're really doing a good job. They're giving us what we want, and they're making it look good and giving us the power, the LED. They're giving us everything that we want. This car right here. Come on, Chevy. Come on, Chevy. Woo! Yeah, this bike can get you in some trouble off the line if you're not paying attention, or if you're not used to riding. Big bump coming. Let's see what we do. Woo! Oh, big bump. Oh, oh. Whoa, killer bump. Nope, we're not going in that one. That was I'm about to end your life bump. Like, no, I'm good, bruh. It's definitely a good bike for somebody that's looking for a bike with not enough power, but it has enough. I see the RPM gauge. It says it's idling. But yeah, this bike is definitely good for short people in this setup. You know, like I said, the setup is an extra $600. Like I said, they changed out the reach on the handlebars, they changed out the seat, the foot controls, and also the billet shift rod. So that shift rod is not stock either. Woo. Let's see, can we clutchless upshift and downshift? Let's see, can we clutchless upshift? Yep. Yep. Can we clutchless downshift? Flip the throttle, flip the throttle, yep. Flip the throttle, yep. Butter, like butter. Let's see, go back up. Butter. Let's go back down to a nicer gear. Yeah, man, it does that beautifully. Does that beautifully. Great starter bike, great mid-level bike. It has just enough power, like I said, to keep you on your toes. And I bet if you would just add a little bit of upgrades, like you don't even have to get rid of it. Once you like add cams and exhausts and LED headlights and, you know, air filters and stuff, man, like you wouldn't probably even get rid of this bike. You wouldn't have to, because it would have enough power for you. Like Indian even took it upon themselves to give us steel braided, I want to say those are steel braided brake lines. And even down there, if you can see it, those are steel braided. It's a nice touch. They care. Indian cares. Indian cares. Indian cares. Indian, they care. Remember that. And I gotta admit, Indian's giving Harley a run for their money. Let's just get it out there and open it in the air. They're giving them a run for their money. So yeah, I'm just going out there and saying it. Indian is they're coming for it, and they're bringing some very very nice products to challenge this market. Not to mention, I'm sitting here and I got this long tail back here with the exhaust. Let's see here. Sounds like a vacuum, but again, that's stock. Ah, thank you, Indian. Yeah, man. Whee! It's nimble, man. This bike doesn't, like, it barely weighs anything. That's another thing for you small people. You people that can barely flat foot bikes. Like, if you're into cruisers, like, they already sit low. But the problem with cruisers versus sports bikes is, dang it, these bumps. It's the weight. The weight is a very determining factor on whether or not, you know, somebody will pick a bike. Because if, you know, if the weight shifts against you and you're not ready for it, it will make your ride very interesting. But on this bike, the weight is very manageable. And I'm not saying that because, you know, I'm used to it. It feels very good. It's very well balanced. It doesn't feel like too much. And like I said, as a beginner or an intermediate level bike, it feels good. Indian, well done. Indian, well done. It's got that shock there. You can adjust the shocks on the fly. You don't have to, like, take nothing off. They're right there on those sides. Look at that long shift rod. Look at that. That is that's very long. Oh, this is definitely a good ride. I'm glad I got on this. But unfortunately, my beautiful people, this ride is over. I want to thank y'all for watching. Again, my name is Brandon Bicasso. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. You can go back and watch some of my old content. And if you subscribe, you can get some of my new content. So again, thank you for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next one. And just like that, people, this ride is over. There she is. She did that. You did that, girl. You did that. All right, people, catch you in the next one. All right, so I got to get his impression. Oh, you're smiling. Why are you smiling?
I love it. I would definitely change the seat.
I told you, it's fun. It's so fun.
I was sitting right here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you need another seat. You want it? You did a good job. You look good on it. Support your friends, people. Yes. All right. We're out of here.